Hello and welcome to this episode of the Electronic Cafe Celebrates. In this particular episode, we're looking at one of the greatest bands to ever come up from Down Under, the incredible INXS. Love that band. We're talking about Listen Like Thieves, which is the 5th studio album by them. It was released in the 14th of October in '85. I still can't believe it was that long ago. It did really well. It spent 2 weeks #1 in the Aussie charts. It was considered their international breakthrough album, doing really well in the US, Canada and UK. It featured the band's first top 5 single in the US, What You Need, and it also won the group the Countdown Music and Video Award for Best Video.
Building on the momentum of the Swing album in 1984, INXS arrived with Listen Like Thieves, sounding confident and fully road-tested, and it was a record where their execution finally matched their ambition, and it nudged them from Aussie exports to global contenders, paving their way for the monumental Kick album to follow in 1987.
Listen Like Thieves also marks the beginning of the group's on-off alliance with producer Chris Thomas. Just recently, actually, May 25 of this year, or May of this year even, Petrol Records and Universal Music Group just put out a 40th anniversary release, available in multiple formats, including so many bonus tracks and live concert recordings in that period. It's also been remixed in Dolby Atmos and remastered by Giles Martin. I'm going to have to go and buy a copy, I guess.
As Andy mentioned, the album was produced by Chris Thomas, who started his career as an engineer for George Martin, who worked on the Beatles' White Album, and subsequently his own production credits including Roxy Music, the Sex Pistols, Pulp and the Human League, and not forgetting the Pretenders.
The album was recorded over a 3-month period at Rhinoceros Studio in Sydney. Most of the songs were written by Mr. Hutchence and Mr. Farriss. But interesting, when the album was getting close to completion, the producer Thomas told the band that the album was lacking a crucial hit single. So the band members left the studio just having a few days to come up with such a song. I think Farriss said that, Chris Thomas told them there was just still no hit there. So they left the studio that night and had to deliver a hit. I mean, talk about pressure. Both Hutchence and Farriss searched through the demos that, Farriss composed throughout the album's production. And out of the remaining tracks, Thomas persuaded the duo to focus on one particular demo titled Funk Song Number 13. Apparently he told him it was great, that the groove was so good that he could listen to it for 10 minutes. And let's work within that groove, said Thomas. And INXS spent the next 2 days working on a demo track, which eventually turned out to be the single What You Need, giving their band their first top 5 hit in the States.
Four singles were taken from the album: What You Need, This Time, Kiss the Dirt, Falling Down a Mountain, and Listen Like Thieves, with Chris Thomas production giving their sound a swagger and a tight pulsating fusion of new wave, funk, rock, and a hook-laden sound built for stadiums and of course MTV.
We all know the story about INXS. I mean, just a fantastic band. Amazing sound, catchy as hell songs, stadium-ready rock. Michael Hutchence had it all. He had the look, the voice. He was taken from us far too early.
Listen Like Thieves received a great critical reception. The album was initially seen as a transitional album at the time, but time now shows it to be a pivotal record. In this record you can hear Kick warming up in the background in real time, and Listen Like Thieves remains that sweet spot where grip meets gloss, and it's the hinge between cult acclaim and world domination. Another fabulous record from 1985.
For me, one of the greatest bands from that era. If you look back at and go through their back catalogue, their material was just first class, and this album is certainly in there with all the big stuff they've done. So if you haven't heard this album before, check it out. Happy anniversary, Listen Like Thieves by the incredible INXS.
Hungry tiger, for all will never begin. Local bar.